I'm just living the dream.
Hello and welcome to MontzTV. My name is Jared Montz, and today on the show we have Rolfe of the Chicago Fire. Chris signed with the Fire out of college in 2005. He has since made over 100 appearances for the club, scored 31 goals, won the Fire's Golden Boot Award as a rookie, and in 2008 was nominated for the MLS Rookie of the Year award, won a U.S. Open Cup, appeared in a Nike commercial, and has been capped by the U.S. national team 10 times. So thanks for taking the time on your day off to come on MontzTV, Chris.
Sure, thanks for having me, Jared.
Excellent. Well, you're born in Ohio, growing up in the Midwest. What was it like playing soccer there, and were most kids playing the sport?
Growing up in Kettering, there were a few club teams to play for, but for the most part, it was all just about having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing it when I was 7 years old, and we actually played on the playground at recess.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think a lot of kids actually did. I think a lot of kids were playing football and basketball. Yeah. We had a lot of kids playing soccer.
Do you remember a point when you thought, I want to be a professional soccer player, and how old were you when that happened?
When I first started dreaming about playing pro soccer, I was probably 9 or 10, but not until my sophomore year of college did I really consider playing professionally. A goal of mine.
Okay. So being one of the smaller guys in the field, did you take any criticism when you told people, I want to play college soccer, I want to play professional soccer, and if so, how did you handle those critics?
Yeah, being small just added another dimension to my path to become a pro soccer player. And a lot of people, when I was growing up, there were a couple teams that I didn't make, and they said, you're just too small.
Yeah.
So I used that as motivation to help me to get to where I am today, and I think it's definitely helped me.
Yes. So after high school, you played college ball at University of Dayton. Wikipedia says you posted some of the school's best numbers in scoring at UD, despite while being hurt your last 2 years in college. How tough was it to be injured during those times, and how do you think that affected your chances of playing pro?
It was very difficult at the time because my junior year we had a very good team, and we had a great opportunity to win championships and make the NCAA tournament, and it didn't happen because of the injuries. That's something that really ate at me. It was very difficult, and along with that, my junior and senior year were the 2 years that I had put in my time as a freshman and sophomore to figure out the college game and to become comfortable. So.
Despite your injuries, the Chicago Fire picked you up in the third round of the 2005 MLS Super Draft. How good did it feel to hear your name called that day?
Initially, it was a great feeling. Just to know that a team was interested in you and they want you to come try out. But really, that didn't last for long because right away you're like, well, now I got to make the team. Mm-hmm. Now I got to work harder. Now I've got a new challenge that I'm facing, and that's exciting, but also caused a little bit of anxiety at the same time.
Yeah. For some rookies, it takes a lot of time to adjust. The pace of the game, etc., life as a pro, it's a lot to handle your first year. But not for you. Your first year, you led the Fire in goals. You were a regular starter. What do you credit that to, and what were you doing on a daily basis at training to improve your game?
I would credit a lot of that to just the work ethic that I've had. We'll go back to me being a smaller player. Because of that, I worked a lot technically to become better than the bigger players with my feet and passing and the things that I knew I could get better at and I could have control over. Mm-hmm. So I think already having those things in place by the time I got to the professional level, that actually helped me because now I'm doing the same thing. I feel like I'm a small guy or a younger guy, and now I have to compete against these guys that are used to playing in the league, and they're bigger and older, have more experience than me. So every day it was the same thing, just trying to work harder, to learn, and out-compete.
Yeah. I have a little saying at the end of the show. We always end it going, I'm just living the dream. And your rookie year, you must have been pinching yourself every day because I don't think you were living the dream. I think you were the dream. After a great club season, you got called up to the U.S. national team. You make your debut November 12th, 2005 against Scotland in Braveheart territory. What was going through your mind that day?
That, again, like you said, that whole season for me was amazing. I couldn't really have dreamt it any better. I actually went to Scotland the day after we lost in the playoffs, which was heartbreaking, but at the same time I had a great opportunity ahead of me. Playing in Scotland was amazing. I was playing with the best players in our country at the time, and this is the team that was getting ready to play in the World Cup. So I was just so excited, happy. I got on the field. I was happy to play 30-35 minutes.
Wow.
And just the experience, the atmosphere in Scotland, it was amazing.
How good does it feel to pull on the U.S. national team jersey?
It's really hard to explain. It's a lot of pride. You're representing the country as a whole, and I know people say that a lot. But it's really hard to understand until you're actually in that situation. When you have your jersey on, you hear the national anthem, and you know that national anthem is actually for us right now, that we're representing all of that. It's quite a feeling.
Man. One of the things I really admire about your game, Chris, is you're such a smart player. Every time I'm watching you, you're always checking your shoulders, you're looking around. Every touch you take has a purpose. How important is it for you to be thinking quickly, and what are you doing at training on a daily basis to work on your touch?
At our level, and actually at any level, it's very important to always be a step ahead, to always be anticipating the next move, just to know what you want to do with the ball if it happens to come to you. It may not. The majority of the time it probably won't. But just so that you know, if the ball comes to me, these are my options. So you're always looking around. My high school coach used to say you have your head on a swivel. So you're always looking around. You're not just watching the ball as it moves. You're looking around to see where the defenders are, where your teammates are. And I just practice that every day. I mean, fortunately, we kind of have to play that way at this level, but the small-sided possession games is something I think that really helps that, because you're in a tight space, balls are coming to you not necessarily when you want them to or with the pace you want them to, but you know what's around you. If you can get out of those situations, that'll definitely translate well into the big game. Excellent.
Why is self-belief and confidence such a key ingredient in being successful? Stumped him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Have there been moments in your game where you know you were playing so much better because you were confident versus times when you weren't?
100%. Confidence, self-belief is a big part of the game, especially in soccer. The reason for that, I'm not really sure, but no, just knowing that you can go out there and you know that you can compete, you know that you can play against the guys you're playing against, you know you can succeed. That really gives you the chance, because you're not putting a limit on yourself. If you have questions about your abilities, if you're able to hang with the other team, you're not going to be able to do it because you've already set a limit for you.
Well, just to wrap it up here, what advice do you have for the young players out there that are trying to reach their dreams of playing college soccer, playing professional soccer?
The first thing I just want to mention is that I think that you have to have fun playing. It can't be a chore. It can't be something you don't enjoy. You can't be doing it for somebody else. So do it for yourself. Once you have that, you just be around the ball. Juggle, pass, shoot. Just have the ball at your feet, become comfortable with the ball, and things will fall into place from there.
Excellent. Well, Chris, great stuff. Thank you very much for coming on MontzTV. I know my viewers are certainly going to enjoy the show. Chris has his own website at chrisrolfe.com. I'll be sure to link that up on my blog, as well as his Nike video. Fortunately, I'm not good enough to implement it into this video, but it'll be on my blog at jmsoccer10.com. Also, Chris has been nice enough to donate a pair of his brand new Nike cleats. He's autographed them. We're going to do a little competition, so check out jmsoccer10.com to see how you can win them. Be sure and send me a message on your social network of choice. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. You can also send me a message on your online soccer academy message center. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Chris's interview, his story, his advice, MontzTV, and just soccer in general. Anything soccer related. So don't be a stranger. Thanks for watching MontzTV, and remember, till next time, to keep believing in it and keep living the dream. Keep living it.
Keep living it.
I'm just living the dream.